Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Down, ready, right 25. Target. 21.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Hey, exit. Watch the screen. Check. Reggie. Go.
Out of the gun, Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Come to me, it's me. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Ready? Hey, check. Right there. 54, right there. Hey, wahoo! I know he is.
From the gun, here's Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's more on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, box.
To throw again. Ryan lets it go for Nelson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
10. 10. Check it back. Check it back.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, they scared. Check 4. Check 4. Switch gears. Pick the edge. Come. Check.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 54. Go. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 11B. Reggie.
Just beating the play clock is Rob. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
51, Sam! Space. 15. Bravo!
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Hey, Steve 6. 54. Mike 54. I got you.
A shotgun snap for Love. Airing this one out for Evans. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
20. Hey, South. Mark 55. Mark 55.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Zoo. 54. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You can't block me, you can't block me. Check 3.
To throw is Lott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's caught by Mike Evans. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Mike Evans, 88 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
21.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Ryan. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, express.
Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ryan. He finds his target, Fuller.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 51,
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now Ryan gets Kicks it to Benjamin. It's caught. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go, Steve.
Hey, high 7.
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Strong right.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Space.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Hey, Charlie.
It's going to be a long day.
Check.
55.
Let him go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Hey, orbit.
SOS. Kill.
Hey, check. Ready to hit.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning it is Moore. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 13.
61.
Check.
Got.
Check 31.
58. Got.
Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to look deep for more. Wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Check.
55.
Space. Check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That's caught at the 25. A gain of 32 that time. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, South. 51.
Check.
Hey, Haywood.
Again, Ryan. This is caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check.
Throwing again, Ryan. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 30 on second down. Luck airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, exit. On. Back. Check 26. One man. Shoot. Check. He's coming. Hey, check.
This time they stay on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Under right. Under crunch. Hey, alert 3. Monday. 12. Hey, Foxtrot.
From the 36, Luck. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
3rd and 14.
Go.
Here's Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken around the 12. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, 59, ready.
Balaj. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Ready, get ready, get ready.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Bandit.
Brings up second and
58.
1 at the 37.
Now Balaj. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready, get ready, get ready.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
49, check 49, check 49.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Fuller, 38 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
11.
On second down, Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Watch out.
On.
Check your out read.
Hey, check. 12. Hey, seam 6.
They are going for it. It's locked. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Fuller, 34 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Smooth. Go ahead. Check 25. Check 25.
From the gun, here's Love. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's our time.
Out of the gun, Love. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Right there.
11Z. Hey, Zoo.
They're going to go. It's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready. Mike 25.
52's the Mike.
Here we go.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
52's the
Five.
To throw again, Ryan. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 16 yards, a 1st down. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Smith catches left side. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
All day, just like that.
A draw play now. Balaj. And running running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
54. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Reggie.
On the ground, this is Johnson.
Check.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance where they took control of it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Let's go, Mexico. Check 37. Check 37. Kill.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's a party now. Kill, kill, kill. 36, 36. Say, Reggie.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll run on first down. Jones. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We got to get the ball, D. Right.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job